And I'm riding in the 8. Yeah, I used to have dreams of driving Lambo. Now I'm trying to get it right.
Welcome to the Let You Tell It podcast.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Actually, welcome back to a special episode of the Let You Tell It podcast, alright? So now, I know you guys are seeing this and you're like, yo, what's up with your background? You don't see anything. Alright, look. Usually my shit's set up for like two people, me and the guest. But as you guys saw on the post, if you guys have been keeping up, I got two guests. So I'm trying to do something here. Maybe this could be permanent, who knows? But I'm trying to do something here, alright? So I hope you guys bear with me. But like I said, today we have a special fucking episode. If you guys saw it, today's episode is What's Love Got to Do With It? Alright? First of all, happy Valentine's Day. Because this is going up Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. And with me, you guys, I got two guests coming back onto the pod. Their episodes were one of the greatest episodes I did. They're still getting great feedback to this day.
The best episodes.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce them one by one. Give it up for Kelly Cool Cat.
And
then give it up for my boy, the Big Perro.
Yes, sir.
How you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
Oh my god, man! I've been fucking ready for this episode ever since I called you guys.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here for sure.
And shout out to Angel for giving us the idea.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sinalma. Sinalma's not here today, guys. So shout out to Sinalma for giving me the idea to bring Kelly onto this one. So
wow, I'm honored.
We're doing something today, guys. All right. So how are you guys?
Good.
I'm well.
Yeah?
I'm well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Busy. Happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Happy to do this Valentine's Day special.
Yeah,
dude.
I was gonna say.
I don't think there was two better people to do it if it wasn't for you two.
I always say that I love love. I love talking about love. This was such a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here for you.
I wanna love.
Yeah.
I wanna love.
I do too.
I hear that.
I do too. We in the same boat on this one. Yeah, so, I mean, we're going to get straight into it, We had people comment on the post, ask us questions and stuff like that. So we're going to go straight into it. But before I get into their question, I got a question.
Yes.
Okay, let's
all right? We're going to start this off, like, right off the bat.
My chest is pounding.
All right? Are you guys in love at the moment?
No.
Kelly?
Yes.
You are? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And how is that for you? How's that going?
It's beautiful. I think that love is not perfect, and everybody's love looks different. And I know what it is to have love, and I know what it is to not have love. And so for me, at least what it looks like and what I think it looks like for a lot of people is like you have to be willing to go through hard times. And things are good some days and things are not good some days. And I think that that's exactly what love is, You have to be willing to go through some shit with your person. And I think that that's what makes love solid. Good and bad still love each other. So for me, it's a beautiful thing. Building and growing with somebody is beautiful. And them giving you that same amount of love in their own way, because everybody's different and has their own personalities. For me, it's a beautiful thing to be able to receive love too. Okay. So yeah, it's mutual and I'm really happy.
I'm on the same boat as Angel.
Yeah.
I'm not in love right now.
Okay.
I want to be.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong.
I love that.
Like, if I want to be, it's not on my cards right now.
Yes.
I do get that feeling sometimes.
I think everybody wants love. I think that there's nothing wrong with wanting love and like desiring it. I think it comes at a different time for everyone. Yeah, but like I always pray like God bless me with the desires of my heart. So I think if even love is a desire of your heart, I think that that's a beautiful thing. I think everyone wants it, but everyone wants it at their own time. If you want to be a dog, be a motherfucking dog. Like go all out.
Rough.
Exactly. I think it's wrong for me to bark on camera, so I won't.
I'll
but
be a
yep.
perro.
Yeah,
I'll put a barking song.
No, please don't. Please do not do that.
All right.
It's the fear. It's the fear of being
heartbreak?
in love. It's the fear of being in love.
Of being loved, like you getting love. Is that what you're saying?
No, being in love.
Being in love.
Yeah. Why?
And
because
obviously
of
heartbreak. Obviously.
I'm done with heartbreaks.
Yeah, you know what they say? I think it's called experience therapy or something like that. And we were just talking about this, Caesar. You have to like, let's say you went through a really like messed up relationship that broke your heart. You know, the only way you're gonna heal from that. Yeah. I think we've all experienced something like that.
You have to.
Yes, of course. The only way to heal from that is to get in another relationship and hope that that one is the one that heals you. Because if you're like, I'm never gonna do this again, well, you know you're never gonna get over that pain, because the last memory of a relationship that you have is the painful one that you went through, and then the next one might be painful, but the one after that might be the one that heals you from all of that pain. So number one, you have to be careful with who you choose as your person, you know, because if you're just out here choosing the dog women too, then it's like, why am I always getting heartbroken? Well, you like the dog women, you know. Same with us women, like, why am I always getting heartbroken? Because we like the dogs, you know. So you have to be intentional.
I know a lot of women like that too.
Yeah, hell, I would bark right now too, but it's not right. It's not right. You know, and it happens like that sometimes. I don't think that's necessarily me, but I know a lot of women like that too, that they just, you know, like the dogs. And so, and if that's what you're constantly chased, you're always going to get heartbroken. Once you choose to, like,
and you were just gonna say it to my bad to cut you off, but you're just gonna say you gotta be intentional with.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that right now again. Yeah, it's about your intention. You better pray. Like for me, I pray for who I seek out, or I pray for who's going to come to me, so I know that that's the person that's either going to like heal me or be good for me, at least in the moment, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you're intentional about it, I think you'll experience like that healing relationship. Like, go ahead.
Okay, I mean, I gotta disagree with you on that, because like ever since like my whole big relationship breakup, which you both know about, and kind of like the whole world does already. I've been in like so many, like, and I'm not gonna call them relationships, I'm gonna call them situationships.
For sure.
I've been in so many where my intentions are right. Like, I want to be with that person. I don't want to give up on love, but the other people are making it hard for that.
Do you know what I think it can also be too? You don't always need to be in a relationship. Sometimes God will put you in a season where you need to be single. And so you're like looking for love in a time where it's time to just do you. And so you're like, the last 5 didn't work out. Maybe it's time to be single and alone.
More
and
like
loneliness sucks, you know?
More like 9 didn't work out.
You know what I'm saying? And that must be a sign. Like, okay, I say this all the time when people ask me about my business. Like, how did you know that you were going to go full on your business? I applied to 30 jobs and none of them called me back. Which means, Kelly, that means it's time to go full on your business. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I knew that was a step I needed to make. If 9 relationships haven't worked out, maybe it's time to be single for a minute and just do you know?
I'm off the market. I'm in love with myself. Ain't nobody getting none of this.
I'm in love with myself.
Ain't nobody getting none of this, any of this caramelness. You know what I'm saying?
Self-love first. You gotta love yourself before you can love anyone else.
I agree.
I'm not there yet. I'm working on myself right now. You know what I'm saying?
Once you find like full potential, Caesar, and you've made the moves that you needed to make, like working on yourself, then the right person will come. Okay. It just means right now you just got to do you. 9 relationships didn't work.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Away, Satan.
He's like, but if I call, you pick up the phone.
If I call, alright, on a Friday night with a hello Henny, you better answer the motherfucking phone, alright? Alright, let's get into the next one.
You said Henny?
No.
Hey man, that's the demon juice right there. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so next question. What is your understanding of real love?
Go ahead, you go first.
Of real love.
Yeah.
My understanding of real love.
Yeah.
My understanding of real love is you being there for that person, giving them unconditional love. What I think unconditional love is being there for that person. Real love, being there for that person, providing for them, listening to them, and having that emotional connection with them, which is most important. Because you need your partner to listen to you. You need a partner to talk to. And just being there. 100%.
I like that.
I agree. I would add, you guys know I love God, and I'm always going to use like either a Bible verse or a quote or something that I've learned from God, you know. It's always going to be love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it's not self-keeping, it's not self-seeking, it keeps no record of wrong. Like, all of that is love to me. And unconditional, you know, like, if you say you love somebody, the last thing you do is use the shit y'all did to each other for the past years and like against them, you know, type shit. If you say you love somebody, you don't put your needs first. You know, it's not self-seeking. Like, love isn't selfish. I'll love you even if you dogged me. I'll love you even, like, that's at least my definition, of unconditional. Because just because you did me that way doesn't mean that I feel that way about you. You hurt me. I feel pain. I feel betrayal. I feel...
But you don't hate them?
Yeah, of course not.
Okay.
Because my love was always there. To me, that's unconditional love even, you know? So, I think love is one-sided. It's about your love. You know, if somebody loves you at the same level, that's something rare, and it's beautiful, and you're blessed to receive it in the same way that you give it. But I've never expected to be loved the way that I've loved. You know, that's okay with me, because my love that I give is about me and what I put out there first. If you love me the same way, then I'm blessed, and if you don't, then that's okay. My love didn't die for you or like lessen for you. As long as I show it at that level all the time and it's consistent as it can be, you know, you have your days.
Even if somebody like really dogged you like that, like gacho, like you're still gonna like, you're not gonna be in love with them, but you're gonna always have that love for them, is what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah, because pain is real, you know, hurt is real, betrayal is real. That's all real feelings too. That doesn't mean that the love is gone. Yeah, exactly, next to the heart type shit. Yeah. It doesn't mean that I was like ready to stop loving you just because you dogged me 5 minutes ago. You think in 5 minutes the love is gone? That's not a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I get you on that.
Yeah, so I guess for me that's what love is.
With time you heal.
And with time you heal. And experience, you know, that's what I was talking about. Getting in a relationship that might be the girl that heals you from all the shit that you went through. Number one, only God could do that. Number two, physically on this earth, you have to be willing to find somebody too, you know, like put yourself out there again. Some people will be like, I'm never getting in relationships. Exactly.
Oh, that girl that's gonna hit me, hurry the fuck up. What are you waiting for?
You gotta put yourself on the market or take your ass out the market.
Yeah,
you know?
and just be a dog. Like, if you feel like just dogging the world, you guys are terrible.
Oh my god.
We're gonna get on park by the end of this. We're getting on park by the end of this.
Y'all need to stop, please.
Okay, so somebody asked, why is this generation no longer being in love? Why is it just games till somebody gets hurt? I know
Repeat
why.
that again?
So they asked, why is this generation no longer believing in love? Now, why is it games until somebody gets hurt? This generation, and it's not even like just the young kids. It's like everybody just in this generation, no matter how old you are. I think it's just all bullshit right now.
I think there's too much access.
That's a good that's a good way.
I think if you know, like, it's not hard. I don't have to sit here and do the hard thing and like learn to love you and go through hard times with you, because for $5.99 I can fuck a bitch on OnlyFans, like through the phone. There's too much access to you can't put in, there's like no wanting to put in the hard work to love somebody. You know, like to sit there and like go through hard times and have the conversations, the arguments that turn into results, like all of that is part of love. And so when you can, like I said, fuck a bitch for $5.99 on OnlyFans, you know, like through the phone, you don't really have to give a fuck, because you get to have options. There's too much access. Like, and let's be for real, back in the day, you used to, like, our parents and our grandparents, they used to like walk to their host house, you know, to like the Sancho's house or the Sancho's house. They used to walk there, used to bike there, they used to take the bus there. And so it wasn't as out there as it is now. But why do you think the last of the generations that last that long are our grandparents?
They needed to go through those obstacles for that significant other and show that effort, that real effort. I'm truly
trying to be with you,
care for you.
And now there's too much access. There's like no even will to put in the effort, because you can have the big booty stripper bitch on the phone versus like the woman that you're married to. You know, you can you have access to things you'll never experience in real life. Like, the truth is, a lot of the people that do seek that access, look for women they would probably never be able to get a hold of. But because you can pay for her for $20 on your phone, now you have something that your wife at home isn't. She doesn't have the done up body. She doesn't have the BBL. She doesn't have like all that shit that you seek that causes you to get in trouble. Even like double tapping on a bad bitch's picture can get you in trouble. And like these days, you know?
So many of my homies.
And that's where lust comes in.
Yeah,
that's where lust
and
comes
so then nobody
in.
wants to put in the work because it's that easy. It's that easy to have options. Too much access.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
Yeah, the internet is ruining us.
What do you guys saying like our grandparents, like how they're still the lovebird to this? Honestly, my grandma and grandpa, to me, and this is just to me, I think they have the greatest, not love story, because you know I'll keep it a buck with you. My grandpa was a piece of shit.
So was
Love
mine.
my grandpa, you know, but he cheated on my grandma multiple times.
Yeah.
You know, but the way they met will always be my favorite story in all time.
That's beautiful.
So the way they met is my grandpa had just came from Mexico, and this is all in East LA. You know, my family's from East LA. My grandpa just came from Mexico, and he was working at the corner market where my grandma's neighborhood is. My grandma goes into the corner market, as she always does, and she sees this guy, cute guy to her, working behind the counter. So she, you know, my grandma, you know, being a player, she goes up to him like, hey, you know, what's your name? They start talking, you know, they're just talking to each other. And then my grandma went in there to get some stuff, but she went in there to get a snow cone. All right, so you know, my grandpa asked, okay, what flavor do you want? She's like, oh, let me get them all, like all the flavors. And my grandpa's like, oh no, we can't do that here anymore, you know, like I'm sorry. So then, you know, they still end up talking and stuff, and then my grandpa asked her out, and she's like, yeah, you know, like, okay, he's like, okay, meet me at the corner like tomorrow, or like I forgot like how many days later, you know.
So cute.
And my grandma says that when she was walking up there, my grandpa was standing there with his hands behind his back, and she was like, what, why do you have your hands behind his back? Like, and then she goes up to him, she's like, hey, like, numero, like, you know, why do you have your hands behind your back? And he pulled out a snow cone
Cute.
with all the flavors on it.
Wow.
Straight out some movie shit.
Wow.
That's
what's up.
beautiful.
That's where I get my charm from.
Oh, period. That's your charisma, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
You be putting
yeah.
out snow cones?
Yeah.
Que romántico.
No, but I'm that type. When I'm talking to a girl, like I tell her, like I want to get to know you for you. Like, what's your favorite color? What are your favorite flowers? What do you like to eat when you're sad?
Of course.
What's your comfort food? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that type of person to like know that, because I would like let's say we're texting, or you know, we're on the phone. It's like, fuck, babe, like I just had a rough day at work. Like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, hey, I'm gonna be busy real quick. I'll talk to you in a bit. Boom, hang up. Go get what she loves, and then hey, can you come outside real quick? Boom, surprise her, make her day even fucking better. You know, like from what it fucking was, like how bad of a day they had.
You know why you're like that, Caesar? Because you went through the long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, that's what makes you even care about those things. There's guys that have never been in relationships, so they don't even know to ask, hey, what do you like to eat when you're sad? What's your favorite comfort food? But because you spend so many years with a woman by your side, you know that those are the type of things that matter.
Oh, 100%.
And so I guess your relationship did you right if those are the things you care about now, you know?
Oh yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and say like my long-term relationship was
of
like
course.
shit. No, hell no. We had great times together, you know.
Yes.
Like there, you know.
Aprendiste.
Yeah, there was one point of time where, you know, we loved each other, you
Yes.
know, and we went through 10 years. Like, I tell everybody, bro, 10 fucking years, like that's not a little bit of time. That's a lot.
And there's good and bad,
You know?
but there's good,
yeah,
you know?
and you know, she taught me, you know, she taught me a lot of things in life, you know.
Of course.
And you know, one of them is, now what I've learned is that a lot of women nowadays, the ones that really want something, all they ask for is quality time. You know,
Your presence.
Presence, quality time. Let me cut you off right there, because I was just talking to my homegirl Lexi about this earlier, and it's the thought and the gesture that counts. It's the little things that count, especially for women. And that's where emotional intelligence comes in.
Emotional intelligence.
Which is very fucking rare for us men to have.
Oh,
yes.
100%, yeah.
Yes.
And I could truly say I have mastered that skill.
Emotional intelligence?
A huevo que sí.
Yeah.
Por eso me dicen Deseo. And that's how I get my game from.
Yeah, exactly.
My Riz, whatever you want to call it.
It's Riz.
It's
You
Riz.
know?
It's Riz.
That's what the
Así
kids,
las-
we're gonna call it what the kids call it nowadays.
Yeah,
Riz.
for sure.
That's how it is. Like, you gotta listen to them.
Yeah,
Emotional
100%.
intelligence
It's
is
the little
everything.
things. It's the little things.
Like me, like I would like, I don't know if you guys remember at one point in time those fucking black bag hot Cheetos were fucking impossible to find.
Yeah.
And whenever I found them, I bought a bunch for my ex-wife because that's what she liked, you know. Like, and I would just do that just out of the kindness of my fucking heart, you know.
Yeah.
And then like, it's like I was talking to you about it the other day. Like, it's kind of getting a little like hard on me because like I have all my boys coming up to me like, hey bro, can your homie Flower Crafter, shout out to my boy Flower Crafters, can he get me a bouquet, or you know, like, can, like, you know, whatever.
You
And I'm
get to
just
see
like,
everybody around you being in love, and it makes you want to be in love.
Yeah, 100%.
Of course, of
100%.
course.
It's just
Everybody
like,
wants
you
to be
know,
in
like-
love.
But it's like I think we said at the beginning, I don't think that's in my cards right now.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
maybe
okay.
later on, like, and
Deseo amor.
yeah, and honestly,
Busco amor.
yeah, and I think that's what it is that I go looking for it.
Yeah.
I've had my best friend Mike, my homie Migs. I've had so many people tell me like, bro, stop fucking looking for it.
That's
Let
the
it come. And I
problem.
don't listen.
Yeah, because you want it already.
Yeah,
It's the same
and
thing,
it
it's the same
sucks.
thing as don't chase, attract. You know,
I never heard that one. I never,
don't
that's a
chase,
good one.
attract,
Yeah.
bro.
Don't
it's the
chase,
same thing.
attract.
It'll
Don't
come
look
when you
for
least
it.
expect it
Don't
too.
look for it.
Yeah, everything at its timing is really like a fact, you know.
You guys are gonna make me cry right now. Right?
It's okay. I'll probably cry somewhere in the middle of this too. So
right,
go
that's
ahead,
right.
say the right words, and I'll start crying. Yep.
That's
okay.
right.
Next question is, somebody asked, we're living in a technology boom where you're most likely to find a partner on e-date or in person. What do you guys think about that?
Like dating apps.
Yeah, like Cheese Spot, Tinder, all that.
I could say I've never done online dating.
Is it a question?
Online dating platforms or anything like that. It's always been in person.
So the question. Oh, okay, I don't think I phrased it right. The question is,
So I
where
don't know.
are you most likely to find a partner, on e-date or in person? Nowadays, I think everything's just like internet wise.
Yeah, for sure, internet. Like, in my opinion, in person, but for sure, because of all the access.
Yeah.
Because I could just slide into a DM, and if I get rejected on the DM, block button. I'm just kidding. Block button.
I'll be honest, the cell does not do that.
Well,
Does
The
not
cell
do
does
that.
not slide in the DMs.
That's not
They
your.
slide
That's
in your
not-
DM.
Well, I mean, here and there. Here
Because
and
he
there.
doesn't chase, he attracts.
Here and
That's
there,
what it
bro.
is.
Exactly. Here and there. But like rarely. I don't really slide on anyone's DMs like that.
So when you meet a girl, it's through person.
It's
right?
person. It's or through mutuals
Friends
or
and
you know,
stuff like
friends
that.
of friends.
Kelly, you got homegirl? I'm just kidding.
You know
I'm just
what?
kidding. Stop chasing. Stop
When
chasing.
I know,
Stop
can I
chasing.
tell you the truth? The majority of my homegirls are married with kids and in relationships. So I have a lot of long-term love around me.
Okay.
Like my comadre, my best friend Emily, her and her man have been together since the 7th grade.
Damn.
And
Oh, wow.
they're together now. They have a son now. She's currently pregnant. They have their love has stood the test of time. I have nothing but proof around me that unconditional love and long-term love does exist.
Yeah.
My older sister and her husband have been together since she was 15. My other homegirl and her man have been together since their like last few years of high school, and they have 2 sons now, and they're
Damn.
married. My sister and her man are married. Like, I have a lot. My other sister and her wife, they've
Great
been together
for
for
them.
12 years. Yeah, I have a lot of long-term love around me, so I know that does exist. My parents are still together after almost 30 years.
Wow. That's beautiful.
I have a lot of long-term love around me, so I'm a believer in that. As for when it comes to
So tú lo quieres.
yeah, I
Well,
want long term
kids,
because I know it
you
exists.
believe in it.
But I know how hard it is to keep it. You have to fight together. You have to grow together. You have to even pray together. That's like my vibe, you know. You have to be willing to put in the work to stay together, make the changes, read the books. If you're into therapy, like whatever it is, that's gonna help you guys stay together. Eventually, you have to put on your big boy or your big girl pants and like, all right, I gotta make that shift. I gotta make that move. What do I have to do to keep that love? You know. And like I said, I have a lot of like very respectable long-term relationships around me that have stood the test of time. So I know that it's real, and yes, I want that too. You know, I believe that that's a thing. As for e-dating, like apps and in person, I'd rather connect with you in person.
Oh,
like
100%,
I'm not very like
That's
much
right.
like with the internet stuff or like dating apps. Like I think the most is like Instagram. Like let's say you find somebody that's always actively posting on their stories, right? You get to kind of watch their vibe and their
Yeah,
energy and what
yeah.
they do day to day. Do you post your dog? Do you post food? Do you post out with your homegirls?
Family.
Like, yeah, you get to kind of get their personality before you meet them. So you see a little glimpse of if that's what I like, you know, or maybe I kind of do fuck with their energy versus like a dating app. All you do is read a bio, see a few pictures, and you kind of just don't know what you're going to get once you see
Right.
them. I think the furthest I would go is, like, if that was my case, you know, is if you're going to find someone on the internet, find somebody on Instagram, stalk them, for lack of a better term. See if their vibe is your vibe, and then slide in their DMs, you know? But
See if they're worth it or not, if they're your type or not.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. Dating on an app, like dating apps, you don't even know. It's just a bio and then texting, and then you know it could be just a bunch of lies and a bunch of bullshit. Like you just don't know. But if you stalk someone a little bit, that sounds wrong. If you stalk someone a little bit,
Yeah, that's
you know,
what we do.
Yeah.
to be
yeah,
honest.
You get to know if like you're
Being
even
real
gonna
here,
waste
that's
your
what we
time
do.
or not. Yeah,
Yeah, I get you on that. Yeah, 100%.
if your story's full of like twerking in the club, maybe that might not be what you want as love, you know? Yeah. That's not like the love you're looking for.
Abort.
So you'll know that before you even hit the DMs. Like that for me is how I would navigate like online dating or looking for love online.
Okay. All right, I like that. I like that. Okay, somebody asked, why do people pull away once they find out you like them after they liked you first?
After they liked you first?
Yeah, so let's say that, like, let's say somebody liked you, and then you find out they like you, and then you start liking them, but then they start distancing themselves.
Well, like I said earlier, it's the fear of love, of being in love.
You think so?
Or the fear of being heartbroken.
But what about the showing the interest? Like, they're showing you, like, hey, yeah, I like you too. Like,
Because when shit gets serious, it's what he's saying. Once shit gets serious, like, oh shit, you like me too? Oh, maybe. And then all the thoughts he's saying. All the thoughts he's saying. I honestly didn't have
And
an
then
answer for
from,
that
like,
until he said that right now.
Their past experiences
It just-
or past relationships.
That's facts.
It could be that.
I see what
But
you're
it's
saying
all-
on that.
They tend to push back a little bit. Maybe ghost you even. And then come back. And then they see that. They feel that. But they're hesitant to actually be serious and commit. And then maybe they'll push back again and then come back again. And then
Once it gets a little bit more serious is when they pull away. And then once it dies down, the seriousness, because they pulled away and they gave it some time, then they'll come back. Because the truth is, like, they really are seeking whatever it is. If they keep coming back, they really are looking for something potentially, probably. But the seriousness of it is, like, too much for some people to handle because of what he's saying, past experiences. You know, it's about to feel like love. It's about to feel like you're going to trust. It's about to feel like you're going to give your all. And I might not want that.
es como una droga.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I can see what you guys are saying with that, but like me, I'm the type, like, even though I've been through what I've been through,
You still want it?
I'm still willing to, like, try and, you know, see where things can go. Even though, like, after my whole marriage, like, shit's been, like, really rough with all my fucking situationship. I'm like, holy shit, I can't even say the words.
Yeah.
I'm still willing to try something. You
Yeah,
know?
of course.
I mean, maybe not right now, like I said, because I'm gonna be like just trying to love myself.
But you would never find yourself those people that give in and pull back. You're more like a lover boy. You're more like, I'm seeking the love.
Yeah, and then like my boy Mike just said it the other day too. He goes all like, "Dog, don't worry. Like one day you're gonna get the love that you're gonna receive the love that you deserve." He's like, cause my boy Mike, he knows me. You know what I'm saying? So he knows that I'm the type that, like, even if it's the first date, I'm showing up with flowers. You know, like I'm making it special for you. Like
You're a lover boy.
I was gonna say you're a
to
lover
your
boy.
heart.
Yeah.
I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah.
And,
You're
like,
a lover boy to your
same.
heart, to
Yeah,
your
bro.
core.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
No,
that.
I know that.
That's
No.
beautiful.
Like I'm that type.
I'm the
that,
same
like,
way.
Yeah,
I'm the
like,
same way.
You know, like that's why, like, when I'm texting a girl or like even talking on the phone, that's why I always ask, like, so many questions. You know, like, hey, so like, what do you like to eat? You know, like, what's your favorite kind
He
of
starts
roll?
kicking his feet.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Like that.
I'm on my bed just fucking
Yeah,
trolling
I
my
was
feet and
gonna say.
shit. No, but like that's why it's like when I'm talking to somebody, like I'm very like interested. Like,
Of course.
I'm trying to get to know you for you. Like, I want to know, like, when you're mad, like, I'm just gonna like, hey, here's this bag of chips. I'm gonna be in the living room playing video games. You call me when you know we're like, when you're cool, you know, because like, there's been times where like,
you already got it, bro. Like that's, you're being attentive. You already know what you're doing. You're doing it right.
yeah, no, I know
It's just
that.
on
I just
them,
haven't.
you know? It's
Yes,
on- it's on them.
exactly. I thought I was the problem.
No, you're not the problem.
I
You're
don't
doing it
think
right.
Yeah, I think it's just a timing thing in your case. You know, you have the qualities. What you need right now is alone time.
Yeah, I never got it.
Yeah,
I
that's
never
what
got
you
it.
need.
I never was able to give myself that, especially like right after coming out of my whole marriage.
And
like,
no one wants to be alone, Caesar.
and like I said, I'm surrounded by love. Like,
Same.
I'm surrounded
Same.
by it. Like, when I go to work, my best friend Mike, you know, him and his girl have a great fucking relationship.
That's
I go to the gym. All my gym homies are in fucking relationships.
Oh, really?
You know, like
Yeah.
everybody is fucking in a relationship, and I don't hate on it or nothing like that. Like,
No,
or
you
I'm
desire
not
it.
jealous, but
You
I'm
desire
just like,
Yeah.
I remember one point I was that.
Todos queremos
Yeah.
amor. Queremos
Yeah.
amor.
You know, like I remember
Deseamos amor.
exactly. Like I
La
remember,
mera
like,
neta.
I
Yo
remember
sí.
I was
It's
that
facts.
I was that lover boy. I still am.
Yes.
I fucking still am. Like, so if somebody starts talking to me, like I said, I'm gonna get to know you for you. Like,
Of
I wanna know
course.
you, the front of your hand, the back of your hand, you know, like everything.
That's so
dude.
beautiful. I'm gonna cry just hearing you say
Yeah,
that.
that's the type of person I am, and that's the type of person like I was raised to be. Like, I was always raised to like really love that person that you're with. Like,
Care, nurture that person.
Nurture.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that I was perfect throughout my marriage.
Nobody
I wasn't.
is. Nobody is.
There was a lot of fucking sections that I lacked in, and one of them was quality time, and that's why I say that's what I learned from my marriage is to really give that person you love the quality time they deserve.
Yeah.
Yes, at the end of the day, you guys, everybody needs their own space, 100%. But when they really ask you to be there for them, fucking be there for them.
Yeah.
Even when they don't ask you, but they're hinting at it, be there for them. And I can give anybody that advice, you know?
Yeah.
And another thing, it's not happy wife, happy life. Fuck that saying, alright? It's happy spouse, happy house. Because at the end of the day, us men have feelings too.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I hate when women say, oh, happy wife, happy life. No. It's happy spouse, happy house. So fuck me then? Is that what you're trying to say?
I think happy wife, happy life is more a sense of I guess this is the best way to put it. When the woman of the house is in good spirits and good energy, the kids are in good spirits and good energy, and the man is in good spirits and good energy. When the wife, let's say you have kids, you know, when the wife is in a bad mood, the kids are going to know mom is in a bad mood, and the husband is going to know mom is in the bad mood. And so the woman really is the energy of the house. You know how they say a man buys a house but a woman makes it a home? So
Yeah,
that's where it comes from. It doesn't mean you don't deserve happiness. It really does mean you can have a house, and then when a woman enters that space, it really does just bring a different energy of home vibes. Like, that's not just my house. That is home. She's home. Like, you feel right now you're single and you live here in your house, right? But if your wife was here, or if a woman was here, you would feel like, I'm going home and she's my home. And if we move somewhere, she's my home. And if we go over there, she's also my home. There,
I was at one point, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's not that you don't deserve happiness too. It really is like the energy of the house shifts when the woman isn't at her happiest. Let's say happy is comes in different levels, you know? But of course men deserve, because guess what? If your woman is in a good mood, you're going to be in a good ass mood. You're not going
That's
to be
right.
sitting there like, man, I fucking hate my life. You're going to be like, yeah, you're going to be like, my wife is happy, my kids are happy, I'm happy. When your wife is pissed and your kids are feeling it and they're throwing tantrums and losing their ever-loving mind, you're sitting there like, the fuck is going on in the house, you know? The women really do, like, center the energy of a home, you know? That's all it means. It doesn't mean you don't deserve to be
Las
happy.
mujeres son lo mejor de este mundo.
Yeah.
Punto, se acabó.
Once you accept that as a man, you have fully embodied like manhood, because women really are the center.
All right.
Yeah.
Even though they say men ain't shit.
And that's the problem. That's what happens.
Even
You know
though
how
they say
earlier-
that, I still love y'all.
Yeah. It just depends on the type of women that you deal with. You know, I've never been the women that say like men ain't shit, because I had for all the things my dad was, he was an amazing dad. You know, he was an amazing man to my mom. I've seen my dad be exactly what he needed to be for us. So because I had an amazing dad and my grandpa took care of us a lot really well, and I've seen the men in my life as in my dad, you know, be exactly who he needed to be. I don't feel like men ain't shit. I have a very deep like love and respect for men, especially the men that do like sacrifice their time or like put on their big boy pants and do what men need to do. Working crazy hours, like waking up at 4 a.m. to go be there at your job at 5, drive back in traffic, and come home and provide for your kids and your wife, and know that the majority of your check goes to that is the job that God has left to men physically on this earth. You know?
I haven't heard that from a woman.
Yeah, I saw my dad do it. I saw my dad wake up at 4, but guess what? My mom was waking up at 4 a.m. to make sure his coffee was ready. So he would be in the shower and she would be making his coffee. And then she would be outside packing his lunch in his lunchbox, and he would be putting on his boots. And then she would sit at the dinner table with him and open their Bibles, and they would read together. Wow. And she would take out the bread and cookies and whatever for them to drink coffee and bread together. And she would walk him to the door and I love you, God bless you, and put a cross on his head and kiss him. And he would go to work. He would drive from Canoga Park to San Pedro. And he would work there. Yeah, every single day. And guess what? He would drive back in that traffic. And what would he do when he came home? Gave the paycheck to the rent, to the house, to the woman, to us, to make sure we had everything that we needed. And he did that shit every day. There was days my dad was falling asleep on the road. There was a time that my dad got jumped, I think in like Compton or something, because he worked for the city of San Pedro, like for recreation and parks. And he came home and he lost all of his tools. They took everything. They like stole everything from him. And he went to work the next day, because that's what a man does. That responsibility that God has left to men is very admirable when a man does it right. So as for us women that don't say men ain't shit, I don't have a woman like that in my life. My homegirls love their husbands. My homegirls respect their husbands. My sister respects her husband for everything that he is. The women in my life love the men in their life. So I'm so sorry you've experienced women that are like men ain't shit. I'm not really that.
I really respect that.
Yeah, there's women that are not like that.
I've never heard a woman talk about a man like that.
My dad was a really good dad. You know, he lacked in a lot of other areas that like let's say I have resentment towards him for, but that's not what we're talking about right now. Right now we're talking about like the respect for men too, and the role that they play. So it's a toll on them too, or it's a responsibility for them too, you know? Yeah, I respect men a lot.
I like that.
I've seen my homeboys go from being thugs to getting their CDLs and going to work and learning how to drive trucks and holding it down for their kids and their women. That transition, that's a man.
That's my uncle. Honestly, shout out to my uncle Ernie. He did that shit, and you know, like he's a big like, you know, I love him, and you know, like he's always been there for me, you know, as a father figure and stuff. And he did that as soon as, you know, he had his kids.
Yeah.
He turned his life around, and he fucking now they
lock in for their kids.
Yeah, now he has a house where we do all our events at now and stuff, and you know he owns his own business and stuff like that. So you know that's my uncle Ernie right there. You know he makes sure his kids are good before anybody else is good.
Of course.
He holds it down.
Yeah, because that's what you got to do at the end of the day, especially once you have that family. Like you gotta hold it down for them, because nobody's gonna have them like you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that men carry a big responsibility too. You know, for us women, it comes naturally because we're the one that have the kids. Like we are the ones that are like, there's no choice. There is no fucking around. You know, like I got to take care of this kid. Men have the option to do that or not do that. You know, and so when the men do that, it makes it, you know, like honorable.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. All right. This is a crazy question, and
shoot.
This one, okay. It says, imagine waiting for somebody to change and they finally change, but you checked out. Should you give them a second chance and be grateful, or leave with someone else and start all over? I'm going to answer that first.
So second chances? We're talking about second chances here?
I guess you could say second chances, but...
You were waiting for the change all this time, and they finally changed when you're already mentally checked out and ready to go.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think you should do what your heart tells you to, but don't feel bad for the person that finally changed. At the end of the day, yeah, you mentally checked out. Fuck it, you did it. You have to do what you have to do to protect yourself, your love, and your mental health. All right. Maybe it took them a while to fucking change, you know, but don't be there still and feel bad for that person, or don't be there still because you need help with shit. No. If you're mentally checked out, then you're mentally checked out. Let them know. Hey, you know what? I understand that I wanted you to change, and you finally did, but I can't do this no more. It's too late.
You took too long.
Yeah. Don't fucking drag them along thinking that everything's fucking peachy, and then find out that shit's happening.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
That's just me. You know, like, again, like, fuck it. If you gave them that chance to check... If you gave them the chance to try to change, but they took too long, then yeah, obviously leave. You've been checked out. But if you tell them, hey, like, I need you to change, like, I need you to get this together, you know? And they do it pretty fast. I mean, I don't want to give a time on something, but, like, see that too. If they're putting in the effort and you see it, then why not give them a second chance, you know?
Okay.
That's just me. That's just me.
No, I agree.
Because I feel towards this question a lot, you know? Because it's just all like... I was told where I was lacking, and I didn't fix it.
Yeah.
Then by the time I wanted to fix it, they were mentally checked out.
Yeah.
And I understand that. But then later on, when I asked, okay, so if you were mentally checked out, why were you still around? It's like, oh, well, I didn't have nobody else. You were paying for everything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about two different things. That's different.
They had given up in a way, but didn't want to let go. Right?
Out of convenience, though.
No, yeah, it was benefiting them.
Right.
Yeah.
The relationship was benefiting them.
So that means they never really cared for the change. They were just waiting to get on their shit so they could dip.
I guess so.
The change didn't matter if it came or not. It was all about, well, if the answer to that is you were paying for everything.
I was.
Okay, then the love was not a question. It wasn't or the change was not a question. Like, I'm just waiting for you and you took too long, and so I stayed because you had the money and you had the roof and you paid for everything. You took care of it. Okay, so you weren't waiting for the change. Stop.
Chale, sin vergüenza.
Yeah, sin vergüenza. There was no, I was just waiting and it was too much. The truth came out. Actually, you actually paid for everything, and I was waiting to get on my shit so then I could finally dip and leave the relationship. That's two very different things.
That person didn't even know what she wanted.
Yeah, there was no waiting for the change. That's not... You know, as for like if you should wait for someone to change, I think there's not time limits, but like levels to progress. It shouldn't have took you 10 years to give me the bare minimum. That's insane. If you got with somebody and they've always given you 80%, and that's your fault because you stayed with somebody that gave you 80% from day one, and you like want them to give you that 100% all that time, you know, so you're waiting for the change and you're waiting for them to show you. First of all, you fucked up with getting with somebody that only gave you 80% from the beginning because you allowed them to see that that's enough to keep you around. I never really have to give you 100 or 110 because you were cool with 80 since we met. You let me hit it, you let me put kids in you, you let me have a relationship with you, and all I had to give you was 80. Good luck getting 100 from me. That's what it triggers in a person's mind, you know. I've never really have to give you that, so don't expect the change because I didn't really have to give it to you in the first place. And that's the bare minimum that we're talking about, you know. Like, it took 10 years for you to...
by forcing it too. By trying to force it.
Somebody that really loves you will always give you that 100%, will always show you. If they don't know any better, if they've never experienced that, like I said, you have to know who you're getting in a relationship with. Some things are teachable. Some things you should want to teach each other. Not everybody comes equipped with the mental capacity of like, this is exactly how you love, and not everybody had healthy relationships growing up or examples of healthy relationships. Everyone's circumstance is different, so you have to be able to like measure what you're getting yourself into, to know what's acceptable and not. If you had healthy examples of relationships your entire life and you're just a dog ass motherfucker, that's a choice. because you know what it's like to not be like that. You saw what it's like to not be like that. So if that's who you're choosing to be, it's going to be really hard for women to want to sit there and give you a chance, you know, to want to sit there and watch your change happen. And I'm just speaking from a woman's perspective, you know.
Yeah.
If you had nothing but like trauma and like unhealthy relationships all around you all the time,
Trauma.
yeah, there's a reason why you're that type of person, because you had no example of something healthy in your life. Now you finally met somebody that's like waiting for your change. Now it's up to you, let's say in that case as the man, to be like, is this person good enough for me to want to change for, even, or do I just keep giving them that 80% because I've never had to give 100? You know, it's a choice.
Go for it.
No se puede con una persona inmadura.
Yeah.
You see, with me though, it's like I grew up like not surrounded by healthy relationships. Like I said, my grandpa cheated on my grandma. You know, my uncles cheated on their girls, or they fucking vice versa. They got cheated on. Like my mom and my real dad. I never got to see that. You know, my mom and my stepdad. You know, they didn't last, and I saw the rough years where like everything was ending. You know, and shit like that. So I myself have never been surrounded by like good relationships like that, but I've always wanted that healthy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I always wanted the fucking happily ever after shit, you know, with kids, you know, a fucking home somewhere, trying to own it and stuff like that. And it's just like now,
A true family.
yeah, but now I feel like that's like a long shot for me now, you know, just because of what I've been through in life. And you know, it doesn't help with those situationships that don't fucking work out. You know, it doesn't help me think that that's all coming my way.
Of course.
You know, yeah, at the end of it, I'm still young. You know, I'm barely turning 30 this year. You know, everybody says the 20 is the new 30. I'll let you guys know how that feels.
Question. ¿Tienes miedo?
I'm not scared. I'm not. I'm. If love finds me tomorrow, I'm in those.
Ma.
No?
Ma.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit. That shit should have. If it finds me yesterday,
You'll be
you know?
happy.
Yeah, like I'm not scared. Like even though I've been through what I've been through, you know, like I'm not scared to be in love again.
Yeah.
I'm willing to take that chance and do everything all over again. If I gotta waste another fucking 10 years to find true love, let's get to it. But this time, I'm gonna do shit different. I'm gonna fix the mistakes I made in the first one. You know,
The correct way.
I'm gonna do everything the correct way.
Well, you already were, I would say, from what you're telling us,
No,
you were
but-
doing things right.
But like I said, there was situations
yeah.
where like I wasn't perfect. You know, I did my share of stupid shit. You know, like I put her through hell, and it wasn't right that I did that.
Bark. I'm just kidding.
You know, like, you know, like I wasn't perfect. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I was the greatest thing that happened to her. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like I did my share of piece of shit things, and I will admit to that. I wasn't perfect in my marriage, and I own up to it. I you know.
Taking accountability.
Exactly. And I think when it was time where I did want everything, she just didn't want it no more. She checked out. And I don't blame her for that. I don't. The way she checked out, though, was wrong. The way she went about everything was wrong. But I don't blame her for checking out. Now that I'm older and, you know, I've matured a lot, you know, like I'm more grown, and I go back and I think about everything, I was a piece of shit. Yeah, the first couple of years, where they call the honeymoon stages, I was getting her flowers, I was doing all that, you know. But somewhere along the line, I don't know where it went. I guess you could say I got too comfortable with life. I got too comfortable with her by my side. Like, nah, she ain't gonna leave. She left.
I like how you mentioned like the honeymoon phase, because there is phases to love.
There is, you know.
And you know you can always get back to that phase.
Oh yeah,
you
most
can.
definitely.
I've seen like 60-year-olds love each other like honeymoon phase style, you know, but that takes work.
And when you are just make sure you do not lose that spark you guys once had.
Like, do what you need to do to maintain it, you know? My best example is like, for us girls, when we're in high school, we do our makeup and get ready every day, and then high school ends, and then we find ourselves, we don't really do our makeup anymore, we don't really do our hair anymore, and then we don't really get ready anymore. And then you turn 21 and 23 and 25 and 20 and then 30, and you found out like, every single day I used to do my makeup, every single day I used to get ready. Now I don't. How can I get back to that? How can I get back to taking care of myself, or like getting myself ready, or working on that? You have to find a way to get back to that.
Yeah.
For us women, it takes a toll because we end up having kids, going through things like postpartum. You know, it really drags us from like wanting to be. When I was 17, I used to do my makeup every day. Yeah, you were a kid that didn't go through adulthood yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same with the honeymoon phase. It was so beautiful in the beginning. What happened? Well, y'all argued and y'all went through things and y'all did things to each other, said things that feel unforgivable, and went through hard times. How can we fix those things and get back to the honeymoon phase? You have to find a way to get back to it. And it's possible, but it's a lot of work.
Oh, 100%.
And you have to be willing to put in the work.
Phase, that's when it all comes down.
Unless you like love each other stronger than when you did in the first honeymoon phase. Now the second honeymoon phase is like extra honeymoon phase. It's more beautiful. It's more connection. It's more intimacy. Like, it grows because you don't just love each other from the first time around. When you were in that phase, you love each other even through the hard times that y'all just experienced together and made it through, and we're willing to work through it and stick together. I love you even more now.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think I went through that. I think I went through a second honeymoon stage.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, 10 years, you know, like that's a long fucking time.
You go through.
Time,
you know, so like I think like we did go through that rough patch, but then we
course.
came back and we loved each other even more to where the point where we made it official and we got married and stuff like that, you know? But it's just like I said, it's just didn't work out at the end of it, you know?
I have a question for Kitty.
Yes.
Kitty.
Yes.
Well, what has been your longest relationship?
6.5 years.
6.5 years? A la madre. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not counting. I want to say like 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Talking stage like 5.
Damn.
Like
5 years on the talking stage?
No, like actually dating.
Adding all
3,
together.
adding together like 5.
Okay.
So like
yeah,
you knew them for 2, but you dated for those last 3.
Yeah.
Okay,
I want to say.
Yeah, that shit, like, I don't know, like I said, I'm a lover boy at heart, you know, like, but at the same time, I'm not perfect, you know, like, I have my flaws, but I'm trying,
Of
you
course.
know, like, and that's all I can do at the end of the day is try.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn from my mistakes, and I'm trying to be a better person, not just for you, but for myself as well. You know, and that's just the way I am.
Of course.
At the end of it, you know.
Of course.
Just like, who knows? You know, maybe I'll find love again one day, but I'm
Everything
not
at
looking
its
for
time.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for it right now, honestly.
Why do you ask me that question?
Because he's saying his 10 years.
Oh,
So
okay.
I wanted to, you know, see.
Yeah, I think the way I speak comes from the fact that I went through a long-term relationship too. The same way that you're like, the next girl, I want to treat her right and I want to do this. Yeah, because you carried everything you learned from that into like what you're stepping into next. Like same. I went through a long-term relationship, so I know what it is to go through a lot of years with somebody and learn and unlearn things to be able to like progress with that person or not. You know, things either work out or they don't.
Yeah.
So I went through a long-term too. I know that's why I guess I can recognize it in you. I'm like, you carry that because you went through it already. You know.
I went through. And like I said, I put her through hell too. I'm not gonna sit here and say
Of course.
I was a good boy. Hell no, I was fucking.
I think I think that's one of the main reasons, if not the main reason, that I've been single for so long. Because of that, I learned from my past relationship, from the, like I said, 3 to 5 years. I learned from that past relationship. I was heartbroken. That shit hurt, and it made me who I am today.
Yeah.
You know.
Bark. I'm just kidding.
Through fucking through fucking years of self-development.
Yeah.
Years of working on yourself, and I overcame that shit and I surpassed it. And now I learned that I don't want to go through that anymore. I don't want to go through that heartbreak. That shit hurt. So now going into
To the heart.
whenever I go into my next relationship, ya sé qué hacer y no hacer, and finding that right partner.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be cautious the next time you get into a relationship?
For sure.
You're always a little bit more
You
guarded.
gotta stand your ground.
Yeah.
I naturally stand my ground. I'm a Taurus, so I'm always grounded. I'm always.
Are you gonna let them? Are you gonna let it be known to them though? Like, hey, like.
Oh yeah, I'll let
take
them
things
know.
slow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would, but from my actions, they will know definitely if, you know, how of the pace I'm you know, pursuing that relationship, that next relationship.
I think once the both of you find the person that's the one, you'll know, and all of the guard goes down, because you actually like.
Right.
You know, like when it's like who you know you're messing with at the time because you don't want anything serious is like one energy, right? And then it's the one, it's the person, and your eyes have a little sparkle in them, and that like guard, it will go away because you're like, oh shit, I think you're the one, you know. But you'll know once you meet them. If every time you've met someone it's just like, yeah, I just want to give you like this a good time, or like let's try something, or you're seeking when you're not ready type shit, you know, is one type of energy. But once it's like the one, I think without you knowing, you know, the guard will go down on its own, and everything shifts after that.
Yo antes decía el amor no existaba. Yo antes decía jokingly too.
Yeah.
Or I'd be for real sometimes, but I used to say love don't exist.
Really?
This and that. I used to be negative about it, but now I question it, but in a good way. Like,
yeah.
Yo creo que sí.
My grandma told me to go to
amor
church.
sí existe.
Yeah, love is beautiful. You know love exists when you've been hurt. You know, that's when you can really accept like love really is real, because I know how bad that shit hurt me, which means I really did love that person, which means there's no way it doesn't exist, you know.
Y si lo deseo. Sí deseo.
He's a lover boy. He wants love.
Todos.
I think we all do that.
Yeah.
I think we
Todos.
all do. Like, I think even like the biggest players that I know, like I know they want love. That's
Or
all
they're
they-
players because they got heartbroken. You know.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. You know, that's the way it is. My grandma tells me, go to church, find yourself a church girl. So does my boy Mike. He tells me the same shit. Like, bro, go to church. Like, I'm like, bro, I'll burn up in there. Like, I got too much sins on me.
And you know, church girls are not always as innocent
exactly.
or what you think, you know. Sometimes, at least for me, like I know I pray hard and I have like a lot of God in my life, because I know that I've done my own set of things too that have made me like look bad as a woman, you know, or not uphold what I wanted to be. So church girls are not just like I've been in church my whole life type shit, you know. It's more so like I had to be here because I found myself at the opposite end of what a church girl is type shit. And so now I'm looking to find my way back, you know. You find all types of people. And church is a good place to look if you're looking, you know. That
For
you should be
sure, for
looking.
sure.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Have some time for yourself.
Yeah, I'm loving myself. Taking myself
love that.
taking myself to Korean barbecue for
I
Valentine's
see.
Day.
He said going
Wow.
on a little movie date by myself.
Yeah.
That was good.
All right, so coming to the end of the Valentine's Day special.
Vamos.
All right. So before we started, Kelly was asking questions, and you know you were answering them, and then I said, you know what, you guys think of a question to ask each other, and that's how we're gonna. That's not almost how we're gonna end it, but it's time for those questions.
Okay.
So Kelly, ladies first.
Okay.
What's your question?
I don't even remember if you answered this when I had asked it, but I said, when does, because you're a ladies man, an obvious ladies man, and so you said it's not obsession, it's infatuation, and I said, when does infatuation become lust? And I don't think you gave me an answer, right?
I think somewhat I would say, but
Okay, go ahead.
when does infatuation become lust?
Because infatuation is like obsessed, you know. It's like I want that, I need it 100%. I love it, I love it, I love it. So like, when does infatuation become lust? And if it's infatuation, is it like infatuation with women, or like specifically intimacy?
It's, I would say, more intimacy. Intimacy, obviously, with women. Touch, everything that has to do with intimacy. Touch mainly.
Of course.
That's one of my love languages, is touch, being sensual, and just the nurturing from a woman. That's what you could say I care for and crave. The nurturing from a woman.
In other words, he is a dog.
I am a dog.
I am a dog.
I am a dog. I am a perro.
Rough.
I was waiting for that from the both of you. I'm like, for lack of a better term, I'm gonna word it that way. But the question is, are you a dog?
And it's obviously it comes from being raised by 2 single mothers my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Is that I've seen sacrifice from women. Mm-hmm. I've seen it all. I've seen the care for their loved ones, the nurturing, the loving, that feeling I want, I care, I crave for. So eso me encanta. Besides, your guys' essence, energy, shape, size, color, whatever it is.
No type.
No, I don't really have a type.
Perro.
I don't really have a type. A mí me encantan las mujeres.
He answered.
There you go.
Con todo amor.
No, and there's no judgment here.
Con
There's no
todo
judgment
amor y respeto. Vamos, perras.
I won't say it, but I hear you, cuz.
That's what it is, like, to be real. La mera
Not the
neta.
shooting.
La mera neta is... it's like there's no words for the feeling that I have for women.
I guess I asked because I know that a lot of women feel that energy from you. You have a very what do you guys call him? The Fairly Odd Parent? What's his name?
Juandísimo.
Yeah, and
I might be perceived as something else, as this persona online, but when you get to truly know me and my intentions, because I do everything intentionally.
Of course.
With intention. But yeah, I might be perceived as something else, but when I meet these girls, I don't want to call them girls, women, mujeres. Así me gustan.
I'm gonna change your contact name to Juandísimo.
Yeah. If anybody knows anything about that character, that like you embody him, so I'm asking, like, are you just like that? And 9 times out of 10, I figured this was gonna be an
I
answer.
appreciate it.
He just had to rip his shirt off.
Yeah, do a little dance.
All right, what's your question for Kelly?
So going back to you, I asked you, what has been your longest relationship?
Yes.
You answered with 6 years,
Yes.
6.5 or something like that. What are like the main 3 factors that you've learned from that that you use now today in this relationship?
I love that.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's good, huh?
Like it could be. We didn't say this, but communication is key. Obviously.
Yeah,
right?
of course. And then I want to add that as number 1. Communication is key. I think that you can talk through anything as long as you're willing to listen. I could say all the most beautiful words and all of the practices in a book that will teach you how to love right. If there was a book called How to Love Right, like I could read off everything and you could still not give a fuck and want to listen. So communication really is key. Number 2 would be, I think that as a couple, only each other matter. Not your mom, not your dad, not your friends, not your siblings, not anybody. At the end of the day, if what you want to build is with each other, you have to silence the noise. And
I've heard that. Heard that.
I can definitely apply that to where I'm at now in the relationship that I'm in now. I don't give a fuck about what anybody has to say, type shit, I'm cool with it just being us, and number 3, I want to say now, loyalty. I think that's loyalty. Something that I lacked for a long time. I think I could be honest in saying that. And I think that's the only thing I want to show now is undying loyalty, unbreakable loyalty. It's not necessarily that I applied that in my previous relationship, but it is something that because I didn't apply it, I want to show it now. I want to always be known as 100% loyal, unbreakable loyalty, unbreakable trust, unbreakable love. I think that's exactly what I want to embody, especially as a woman. I can say that that's what I took to. So I'm not saying that I was that then. I'm saying that because I wasn't, that's exactly what I want to be now.
I fuck with that.
I like that.
Like die hard, loyal.
Loyalty.
You can't break me. You can't touch me.
Loyalty.
You can't shift me. Type shit.
My 3 things:
Yes.
communication,
Beautiful.
quality time, and sex. If you lack in one of those categories, especially in today's day of age, you're cooked.
Intimacy is everything. Intimacy is everything.
And then even fellas, if there's days where you really are tired, and women, we're tired. We get tired. Do the work for us.
That's how you keep the spark alive.
Yeah, intimacy is everything.
Keep the spark alive,
I
or
agree.
else it goes downhill from there.
I agree.
I don't want this episode to end, but the cameras are dying. Guys.
And this was getting good. It was getting to the juicy shit people wanted to know.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 to this, but non-Valentine's Day. Just
continue from
here. I
here.
was just gonna add to because I've been through that. I've been through when
a lack in a spot.
Let's for example, this girl, this woman, older woman actually, had been seeking affection, love, and she looks for somebody else when she's in a relationship. So I've been in that other side.
Oh shit.
For that person. So I know how it feels for them.
Damn.
Which is very interesting.
Of course.
I wouldn't agree with it, but it's like
A scroll need a nut gang. And that's the way I'm gonna put it.
Yeah.
A scroll need a nut.
It's up to them. It's their decision. I know it kind of sounds a little bad, a little wrong, but hey, it's their decision, and I've been in the other side of it.
Sancho, he said.
Yeah,
Sancho.
pretty much. Like I said, a scroll need a nut gang.
Yeah.
Oh, we're ending it here, guys. But before we go, we're gonna pick this episode up later on.
Okay.
You know, for sure. You know, I'll bring something together and stuff like that. We'll for sure we're gonna do this again. Before we go, we're gonna keep it the same way. This time, is there any advice you guys can give to the people out there about love? Usually it's about motivation. We don't do it for love for Valentine's.
Yes. Do you want to go first?
Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Don't chase for it. Let it happen naturally. But if it comes naturally, ask yourself this: are you ready for that love? If you're not, don't do it. And be honest with that person. Be honest with yourself, most importantly. And work on yourself instead. As long as you need to work on yourself, it could take months, it could take years, but as long as you need to work on yourself first and love yourself first before loving that person, I would say don't rush it.
Kelly?
I think love really is unconditional. I think real love takes hard work. If it's real, then you should be willing to put in the work. And if who you're with is somebody you know you can't live without, you might as well just put in the work anyways. Cut the fights, cut the bullshit, cut the stubbornness, like the beating around the bush, you know. And just go through the argument and figure out what the resolution is. You could fight for 10 days on the same topic. You can give your wife 3 years of a headache just to learn the lesson anyways. Or you could learn the lesson right now. Real love is hard work. But real love isn't hard. You know?
Ooh.
Yeah, that was good.
Wait, repeat that again.
Repeat that one more time.
Clip that shit. Flip that shit.
Real love is hard work, but real love isn't hard. It shouldn't be hard to love you. It shouldn't be hard, and that's when you know that it's real. It's not hard to love you. Like I said, you could dog me and I could still love you type shit. That's not, that shouldn't be something that you
Type
go
shit.
through. Type shit. But it's about the fact that, like, if I love you, that shit is easy. Like, you're easy to love. You're somebody that I could love you no matter what, The real love is not hard, but maintaining that love is hard work, because people have their own characters, their own personalities, shit that they've gone through and experience that they have to unlearn. You have to be willing to unlearn some things. I stand by that. Love is unconditional.
Fuck yeah.
Yay!
And you
It's a
say
great
that from
fucking
your
episode, bro.
You say that from your past experiences,
Of course.
your past relationships.
Of
And I
course.
said my answer was from my past experience.
Yes.
Shit, it's yeah.
Thank you guys for coming on, man. This was
This
great
was beautiful.
fucking episode.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
love
It was
it.
great. I had fun.
Yes.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Go out. If you with a girl, take her out. Girls, take your man out. If you by yourself, go on a solo date. Wear a condom. Take birth control. Plan B. Fuck ice. We gonna say that right now. Fuck ice. All right.
Yep.
And thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Let You Tell It podcast. And we out this bitch.
Quiero mucho. Mwah.
Gang,
Quiero
gang.
mucho. Vamos perros.
Can we get a bark?
Vamos perras. Aquí andamos. I Let You Tell It podcast.
Lead a horse to the water, you can't make it drink. I've been bringing my family in and praying more to my reach. I've been doing make me feel alive, give a fuck what niggas thinking. I'm smiling but I'm dead inside, lost my niggas to the street shit.